every day. What happens when you cut off your allies' intelligence, thinking you're playing 4D chess? And they respond by pulling off the most savage military operation in modern history? Well, grab some popcorn, because Ukraine just served the CIA the biggest intelligence embarrassment since, well, ever. This is the story of how cutting intelligence backfired so spectacularly, it makes your worst breakup text look like a masterpiece of diplomacy. But first, let me paint you a picture of the before times. 1. The Biden intelligence honeymoon. Under Biden, the US and Ukraine were basically intelligence BFFs. We're talking about the most extensive intelligence sharing with a non-NATO country in history. Think of it like having your bestie with all the gossip. Except the gossip was, hey, Putin's about to launch 500 missiles at your capital. We gave Ukraine everything. Satellite imagery, Russian troop movements, targeting data for HIMARS strikes. Basically, we were Ukraine's GPS, weather app, and early warning system all rolled into one. This intel helped Ukraine turn Putin's 3-day special operation into a 3-year nightmare. And it worked. Ukraine went from underdog to overachiever faster than a college student discovering energy drinks. Trump's intelligence divorce. January 2025, Trump takes office and decides to play hardball. March 2025, complete intelligence cutoff. No more satellite images, no more targeting coordinates, no more, hey, Russia's about to bomb you texts. It was like going from having Siri to navigating with a paper map from 1987. Trump's logic: if I cut their intelligence, they'll have to negotiate on my terms. Classic power move, right? Except there's one tiny problem with this strategy. Ukraine had been taking very detailed notes for the past 3 years. And those notes were about to become the world's most expensive homework assignment. 3. The 18-month master plan. While Trump was cutting intelligence in March, Ukraine had been planning Operation Spiderweb since November 2023. That's right, they spent 18 months playing the ultimate long game while everyone else was playing checkers. The plan? Smuggle attack drones into Russia hidden in shipping containers with secret roof compartments. It's like Amazon Prime, except the delivery is destruction, and there's definitely no customer service number to call for complaints. They drove these mobile death boxes 4,300 kilometers into Russian territory. That's like driving from New York to Seattle, except you're carrying enough firepower to ruin someone's entire day, and also everyone wants to arrest you. But here's where it gets absolutely nuts. 4. The execution masterclass. June 1st, 2025. While Trump is probably tweeting about trade deals, Ukraine simultaneously opens 5 shipping containers across 5 Russian regions. Out pop attack 117 drones, like the world's deadliest surprise party. Result? 41 Russian bombers turned into very expensive campfires. $7 billion in damage from drones that cost less than a decent used car. That's not just return on investment. That's return on revenge. And get this, they hit nuclear-capable bombers that were supposed to be untouchable. Putin's nuclear triad just became a nuclear bicycle? Meanwhile, back in Washington, 5. The CIA's oh crap moment. Pentagon officials were stunned. Quote, a level of sophistication we had not seen before. Translation, wait, they can do what without our help? The same intelligence agencies that had been spoon-feeding Ukraine information for 3 years suddenly realized their dependent ally had grown up and learned to cook for themselves. And apparently, their specialty dish is Russian aircraft flambe. US officials didn't even know if the drones were piloted or autonomous. That's like a parent realizing their teenager not only learned to drive, but also built their own car and used it to win NASCAR. But the real kicker? The timing? 6. The perfect diplomatic timing. This attack happened exactly one day before peace talks in Istanbul. That's not coincidence. That's calculated brilliance. Ukraine basically walked into negotiations like, "Hi, we just destroyed a third of your bomber fleet. Now, about that ceasefire." While Trump thought cutting intelligence would weaken Ukraine's position, they just proved they can reach anywhere in Russia without American help. That's not negotiating from weakness, that's negotiating from we can literally blow up your stuff whenever we want. Russian negotiators probably felt like they were playing poker with someone who had just set the casino on fire. And the ripple effects? Oh boy. 7. The global intelligence earthquake. European allies are now side-eyeing America like, wait, you'll cut intelligence to your own allies mid-war? That's not exactly the reliability rating you want on your alliance Yelp reviews. Former NSC officials are warning that allies will start questioning the virtues of sharing with the United States. That's diplomat speak for nobody trusts us anymore, and it's awkward at parties. The Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance? More like four eyes and one really confused Cyclops right now. But here's the ultimate irony. 8. The power dynamic reversal. Trump cut intelligence to gain leverage, but Ukraine just demonstrated they don't need American intelligence to execute game-changing operations. That's like canceling someone's Netflix subscription, only to discover they've been running their own streaming service this whole time. Ukraine essentially said, "Thanks for the training wheels, America, but we're ready for the Tour de France now." And they won the race while everyone was still figuring out how to adjust their bike seats. So here's the bottom line. Operation Spiderweb didn't just destroy Russian aircraft. It destroyed the assumption that Ukraine needs American handholding. In trying to make Ukraine more dependent, Trump accidentally created an intelligence-independent ally who can execute billion-dollar military operations with the precision of a Swiss watch and the audacity of a honey badger. The student didn't just surpass the teacher. They built their own school and started teaching advanced courses in how to make your enemies very, very nervous. And Putin? Well, let's just say his untouchable bombers learned they're only untouchable until someone really wants to touch them. With explosives. From very far away. What do you think? Was this the smartest military operation in modern history? Or just Ukraine showing off? Drop your thoughts below and don't forget to subscribe because international intrigue this spicy doesn't happen every